Hey, what's up, guys? It's the final round, and my name is Jordan. And that All-Star break was nice, but we got to get back on the grind with NBA, the second half of the season taking place. I have 18 different plays for you guys to look at. I know some of the lines are out. I just wanted to give you guys all this information as the lines do come out over the next day and a half, that you'll know what to look out for based off of the research that I've done, and I'm sure you guys are doing some research for yourself. And if you want to talk research, I do have a Discord, link is in the description. People talk about their research, go back and forth, and as the lines come out, they discuss which ones they feel are the best, and it's a good community. And as you guys know, I do not charge for any of this. I don't have a premium or anything like that. I don't think you should pay for something if you don't know if it's going to work or not. So I do put a lot of time into this. If you do use my information and you do happen to win and you feel like giving back, I have a Cash App and a Venmo in the description. And it'd be amazing if you gave back, but that's only just an option for you guys because I do put in a lot of work. But if you can, please like the video, please subscribe to the channel, and if you have a little bit of extra time, leave a comment for the algorithm. Just anything will do. You can say hello, you can leave an emoji, you can just leave one letter. Any of that would be great, and I would very much appreciate it, and it gets this video out there, and it helps. And if you have not checked it out, check out Jock Market. They just got into player props. They also do trading players like their stocks. They have free trials, like where you can play with like play coins and get used to it. I do have a video of what that's about and how to do it. But if you don't want to do any of that, they have player props, and they usually have a taco. I've seen every day for the past few days lately. So they're putting out good discounts for players, and definitely check them out. Promo code FINALROUND11 will get you up to $100 match, $20 to $100. So I would very much appreciate that. So let's not waste any more time. I got 18 guys to look at. The first one will be Sabonis up against the Trailblazers. The Trailblazers give up the most points to the center position, and since Jusuf Nurkic has been out, they've given up the fourth most rebounds. So keep an eye on his injury status. There's nothing out about how he's going to be after the All-Star break. So if he's out, Sabonis rebounds and points looks good. If he's in, then just points for Sabonis. And over his last 10 games, he has 20.5 points, almost 12 rebounds, and 5 assists. So the next guy to look at is Dame Time, our three-point champion. The Kings give up the fourth most points, the fifth most assists, and the fifth most three-pointers made to the point guard position, and that's where Dame is filling it. Over his last 10 games, he has 36 points, 6.5 assists, 5.5 rebounds, and he's making 4.2 three-pointers. So definitely points and assists, or if they have a three-pointers prop, around 3.5 or so, that's going to be a good play as well. Third play is going to be Josh Giddy up against the Jazz. They give up the most points to the shooting guard position, the fifth most rebounds, and the seventh most assists. And if you know Josh Giddy, he likes to fill up every single one of those stat categories. Over his last 10 games, he has 17.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 6.5 assists. So you can compare these lines to these averages whenever they come out. And if you like them all, you can go PRA and just mix them all. Great opportunity for Josh Giddy. It's going to be Jaylen Brown up against the Pacers. The Pacers give up the fifth most points, the second most assists, and the fifth most three-pointers made to the shooting guard position. And Jaylen Brown looked good in the All-Star game. Over his last 10 games, he has 24.5 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and he's making 2.6 three-pointers. So definitely points. He doesn't get too many assists, but you could mix points with assists and look for a three-pointers prop. If it's around 1.5, I think that's really good. If it's around 2.5, that's around his average. So it's definitely one to look at and think about. Number 5, the Spurs are not good, so I'm going to give you the best matchups for the Mavericks, and I'm going to tell you how they've been playing together. So Luka Doncic, the Spurs give up the most points to the point guard position, and Luka with Kyrie on the floor is averaging 30.5 points, 10.5 rebounds, and 5.5 assists. So definitely looking at that point category where his line comes out at, averaging 30.5, and the Spurs give up the most. This definitely could be a blowout, and we know Doncic likes to score a lot in the first half, so could be a first half prop to take a look at. And Kyrie playing the shooting guard position, the Spurs give up the 4th most points and the 8th most assists. And Kyrie playing with Luka, he has 32 points and 6.5 assists. So we're looking at points and assists in this matchup, and once again, potential blowout. And this, my 7th pick, I know I'm making these quick for the Spurs game, Christian Wood. The Spurs give up the 3rd most points and the 2nd most rebounds to the center position. Christian Wood comes off the bench, subbing in for Dwight Powell, gets a lot more minutes than Dwight Powell at the center position. And playing with Kyrie and Luka, he's averaging 19.5 points and 4 rebounds. So we'll definitely check on where his line comes out at. If they give him a line, they should. This is probably one of the ones you're going to see come out later. Definitely for scoring, and he's not rebounding too well, but they're giving up a lot of rebounds, so you could think about it. 8th pick, Pascal Siakam up against the Pelicans. Pelicans give up the 2nd most points, the 3rd most assists, and the 3rd most 3-pointers made to the center position. And Siakam over his last 10 games has 25.5 points, 6 rebounds, 4.5 assists, and I did the math. He's making 1.7 3-pointers. So if you want to look at it, if they give him a 3-pointers prop, we want it to be at 0.5. If it's at 1.5, that's around his average. Yeah, might want to fade. It's 50-50. So definitely points and potentially assists if they have his line around 4.5, where his average is at. Pick number 9, Wendell Carter Jr. Now the Magic have a lot of good matchups across the board, but with the Magic, you can have 5 good matchups, and 2 of them aren't going to come through, and then 2 of them are going to look amazing. So I couldn't go with Fultz or Suggs or Gary Harris or Franz Wagner, but one guy I do know who's going to be consistent is Wendell Carter Jr. The Pistons give up the 10th most points and the 4th most rebounds to the center position, and Carter Jr. is averaging 15.5 points and 8 rebounds. So definitely check those lines and see where they come out at. And if you want to take a risk on the other guys, just see if their lines look low. They have a good opportunity. Number 10 is going to be Bogdanovic on the other side of things up against the Magic. The Magic give up the 3rd most points, the most assists, and the most 3-pointers made to the small forward position. And Bogdanovic over his last 10 games has 23 points, almost 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. So he doesn't pass the ball too well. We're definitely looking at points here and potentially 3-pointers if he gets a 3-pointers prop. Number 11, I'm going to sneak him in there, Dillon Brooks. He's playing against the Sixers. He has a terrible matchup. They give up the 4th least points, the 6th least rebounds, and the 7th least assists. And Dillon Brooks over his last 10 games, he has 9.5 points, 2.5 assists, and 2 rebounds. One of these days he's going to get the over, but this is a really tough one for him. So I'm taking the under for all of Dillon Brooks' stats. Number 12, Steph Curry's already been ruled out for this game, so I'm going to go with Jordan Poole against the Lakers. The Lakers give up the 5th most points and the 3rd most 3-pointers made, and I looked at the stats for the new Lakers after all the trades, and these are where they stand. And Jordan Poole over his last 5 games without Curry, he has 26 points, 7 assists, and he's making 4.6 3-pointers. So definitely points and assists, and look for a 3-pointers prop. He's getting 4.5. I don't see them get up to 4.5 for Buddy Hield. It's normally like 3.5. So if we can get a 3-pointers prop for Jordan Poole, I think it'd be a good over. And I'm going to stick with that team. Dante DiVincenzo, coming off the bench as a point guard, has played very well with Steph Curry out. He has 13 points and he's made 3.4 3-pointers. I doubt he gets a 3 points prop, but definitely points for Dante DiVincenzo. 14th pick, on the other side of things, DAngelo Russell felt comfortable stepping back into that Lakers uniform. The Warriors give up the 4th most points and the 8th most assists to the point guard position. And since Russell has stepped in to be a Laker again, he's averaging almost 17.5 points, 3.5 rebounds, and almost 6 assists, so 5.7 assists. So definitely looking at points and assists for DAngelo Russell. 15th pick, looking at Lauri Markkanen up against the Thunder. The Thunder give up the 2nd most rebounds to the small forward position. They're middle of the road with points, so you can look at PRA if you want to, but I'm specifically looking at rebounds for Lauri Markkanen. Over his last 10 games, he has 25 points, and he's averaging 8 rebounds. So take a look for that rebounds prop, and take a look for his points prop. His points prop is normally juiced and it's pretty high. But if we get his rebounds prop around 6.5 or 7.5, I think that'll be a good play in this matchup. 16th pick, really digging deep. Zach Collins of the Spurs going against the Mavericks. The Mavericks give up the 5th most points and the most rebounds to the center position. And Zach Collins has stepped into the starting center position for the Spurs since Jakob Poeltl was traded, and he's played pretty well. He's averaging 16 points, 8.3 rebounds, and 4.5 assists since that trade took place. So definitely points and rebounds, and if they have his assists below that 4.5 mark for the addition for the PRA will be a good play as well. 17th, I found this as I was digging back through Jayson Tatum. The Pacers give up the 3rd most rebounds and the 5th most assists to the small forward position. And Tatum over his last 10 games has 29 points. I think I've already seen his prop at 29.5, so that'll be a tough one. But rebounds and assists, he's averaging 9.3 rebounds and 5.3 assists. So I think rebounds and assists would be a good one to take individually or put them together. And number 18, Brandon Ingram. He was injured, he came back, and he's kind of settled in, and he's playing very well. The Raptors give up the 7th most points, the 2nd most assists, and the 3rd most 3-pointers made. But over his last 5 games after he got acclimated, coming back from his injury, he's averaging 30 points and 4.5 assists. So definitely looking at the points prop and definitely looking at the assists. And you could combine them or look at them separately. So that's 18 different plays for you guys to look at with the props that are already out and the ones that are going to come out. It's good to be back. It's a short little break, but it was nice. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys make a ton of money with the NBA. And I've heard a lot of people making a lot of money with tennis and gaming and golfing, and it's been fun to see over the past weekend. So my name is Jordan. It's the final round. God bless you all. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.